One of the biggest changes I've ever been able to make in my life that's really helped me out for the better was becoming aware and specific about what type of influences I let in my life. And I know that today, but when I can reflect back to several years back in my life, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and think about the influences I had in my life at that time, it's no wonder I ended up where I ended up. It's no wonder when you hang around the wrong people doing the wrong things in the wrong places, you end up in bad situations. It's a no-brainer, it sounds like today, but at the time I really didn't understand what was going on. And throughout the changes I've made in my life and the changes I've watched other people make in their lives too, one of the biggest factors to the change process and actually moving ahead and getting ahead in your life, in my life and anyone's life, is the influences we allow in our lives. And by influences, I mean people, the places you go, the music you listen to, the things you watch on TV, the books that you read, the books that you don't read, the things that you do, the things that you put yourself around ultimately have the biggest impact on your life. That's had the biggest impact on my life. When I started hanging around different people who were doing different things, I started doing different things. I started going in new places, different directions in life. And this process has happened several times where I've got to a new phase in life, got a lot out of that phase, and then surrounded myself with new people and moved in a different direction, you know. And there's 3 points that I'm trying to make today. The first point is that the influences in your life are doing one of 3 things. They're either pulling you back to a place you were before, they're keeping you stuck, or they're helping you move forward. There's really no in between. It's one or the other or the other. And it's very beneficial to me to know that the influences that I allow in my life are moving me forward, because that's the direction I'm trying to go. I'm trying to move forward. I'm not trying to stay stuck, and I'm not trying to go back. So anybody that's in that position that's pulling me back or keeping me stuck, I can't spend too much time around. Now, I'm not saying I can't be around them, period, because I'd be by myself a lot of the times, but I'm saying that I cannot allow these people to pull me back or keep me stuck if the direction I'm trying to go is forward, right? So with that being said, the influences that I allow in my life today have to be different than they were in the past. If I'm trying to move forward, I need to be allowing new information to come into my mind, into my life, so I can practice some new behaviors, some new actions, and have some new thoughts. Because if I don't have any new information, there's no way I'm going to change, because I don't know how to at that point. And I'm just talking about me. So what I'm saying is that the new influences I'm allowing into my life are very hard to find. It's very hard to find positive people who's going to help you, encourage you, motivate you, inspire you to go in a positive direction, because this world that we all live in, that we're surrounded in, is a very cynical, negative, pessimistic world. Most of the time, not all the time. I know there's a lot of good out there, but we have to search out. We have to seek the good. We have to surround ourselves with the good if we want to be good. And I see a lot of people try to go through a change process that are stuck in the same ways of thinking, or get to a position and then get pulled back by old influences. And that's ultimately where the change has to happen. We need to break the cycle for our own individual personal lives. So my idea, or where my thoughts are in today, is being aware of the influences that are on my life in the current moment. And for everyone else, I would encourage you to be self-aware of the influences you have in your life right now, and be able to acknowledge, are these influences pulling me back, keeping me stuck, or helping me move forward in life? And once you become aware of them, of that situation right there, are they pulling you forward, keeping you stuck, or pulling you back? Then you can make a decision to start doing more or less of that behavior, spending more or less time with that person, going to these places more or less often, you know. And if you want to really make a change, it's going to take some work and it's going to take some time, but it's going to take some persistent and consistent action around the right people. So many people are running around here doing power breaks, just slammed on the brake by the influences they're around, and they're full throttle on the gas, and they're getting nowhere. I've been there and I've done that. I know how that feels. So I just want to be aware of the situations and the people that I'm allowing in my life today. I'm very specific about it. I'm not going to take advice or let anybody influence me who I don't think is worth a damn. And I know that's a whole nother spiel right there, but everybody I want in my life today, they have to be worth a damn. And if they're not, I need to know that and try to help them. You know, life ain't always about getting, life is about giving too. So if I'm in a position where I can help somebody and I can be a positive influence on them to help them change their life, best believe that's what I'm going to do. That's what I strive for. I don't know where it came from today, man, but this is just what's on my mind and in my heart, and I just wanted to share it out loud because I know that these influences that we have in our life ultimately will be what makes or breaks us. Done.